Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to speak about my friend and colleague Steve Israel, who is retiring from Congress after 16 years. We came into Congress together and have been the best of friends and brothers ever since. Now, the last time I mentioned Steve Israel on the House floor, it was after making a bet with Steve over the Dodgers-Mets series, a bet that I lost, and I had to sing the Meet the Mets song on the House floor. And I want to assure all my colleagues that is never going to happen again, either on the playing field or on the House floor. But when we came to Congress together, we were given a book, like all incoming freshmen, called Charting the Course. And this is a book that basically says there are three different models of being a congressman. You can be the policy expert, or you can be the political animal, or you can be the pothole congressman who is focused on district needs and excellent at meeting the needs of constituents. But the gist of the book is you can't be all three. You have to pick where you're going to make your specialization, and if you try to do all three, you'll end up not doing any one of them very well. Well, Steve Israel proved the premise of that book wrong, because he proved to be superlative at each and every aspect of being a member of the Congress. On policy, Steve developed an expertise in energy policy and became a leading champion of the development of renewable sources of energy. He became an expert on defense issues, and as one of the members of the Appropriations Committee, helped eliminate expenditures, wasteful expenditures on systems we didn't need, investment in defenses that would really protect the country. He became an expert on Middle East policy and sorting out the difficulties of all the complicated relationships between the nations in the Middle East. He became an expert on the Syrian conflict. He also became an expert on issues affecting the middle class and has always been a champion for what needs to be done to make sure that people in this country can enjoy a secure retirement, can get a good job, can raise their family, and that their kids will enjoy a quality of life at least as great as that of their parents, and hopefully even better. He also founded and co-chairs the Center Aisle Caucus, doing something very difficult in this institution, that is bringing people together of both parties, something we need to see a lot more of. But in addition to those policy strengths, he was also and has been one of our greatest political leaders. He served for many years as the DCCC chair, and had an encyclopedic knowledge of each and every district in the country belonging to friend or foe alike. He was an extraordinary chair, not only in terms of raising resources, but recruiting some of the finest candidates, and a great many members of this institution owe their very presence here to his incredible work. He then became the chair of the Policy and Communications Enterprise, and was a very effective member at shaping our message, at helping us articulate what the Democratic Party was about, and has been among the most effective surrogates that the Democrats have. But in addition to this political expertise and policy expertise, having visited his district, having met his constituents, I know he was also so attuned to the needs of his constituents, particularly the veterans and the homeless, but also in championing the economy and bringing improvements to Long Island Sound. His casework was renowned within New York, and his staff was among the most superb anywhere on the Hill or in any district office. But in addition to all that, and that would be enough for any of us, he also wrote a fabulous novel on his iPhone called The Global War on Morris. Now, who can do that? Who can write a book at all, let alone one on his iPhone, let alone that gets published by a major publisher and does phenomenally well? When Steve retires, this Congress is going to lose another of its great members, someone of genuine talent, intellect, and integrity, someone that has come to be relied upon by presidents. We're also going to lose someone with a great sense of humor, who's a wonderful friend and a bit of a practical joker, like the time he convinced his chief of staff that one of his district staff had run over his dog. Yes, Steve is a cruel man, but funny. And we're going to miss him tremendously. I want to wish him all the luck in the world in the exciting career that awaits him when he retires and in all his new endeavors. I look forward to finding him not in the center aisle necessarily, but on a different aisle in the bookstore near me with his latest work. And I want to join my colleagues in thanking Steve Israel for his tremendous years of service and for his wonderful friendship. We will all miss you, as indeed will this entire institution. Thank you. And I yield back.